My beloved child, quiet your thoughts for a moment. Still your heart. Remain here in my presence. I want you to listen with more than just your ears. Listen with your spirit, with the depths of your soul. Because what I'm about to reveal is not ordinary. It's not a distant hope cast into time. This is my divine proclamation over your life. The answer your knees have long prayed for. The miracle your soul has yearned for. It has already begun to manifest. Even now it is moving in the unseen. Today is not just another day. It is the day I wrote into the eternal pages of your destiny. You did not see it coming, but I had already ordained it. While you waited in tears, believing heaven was silent, I was working behind the veil of eternity. I was preparing what your eyes could not yet see, writing chapters your mind could not yet understand. Nothing was denied. Nothing was forgotten. Everything was kept, hidden, until your heart was ready. And now, my son, my daughter, the time has come. Do not be afraid. This is not a reflection of past pain. This is the beginning of what I have promised. This is the fulfillment. Tomorrow's questions, this is the day. Heaven touches your timeline. I've wrapped this moment in my fingerprints, anointed it with purpose and delivered it to your spirit like a long-awaited letter sealed in my love. Read it, child. Read it in your heart. It says, the miracle is happening today. You've carried hope like a flickering flame. Through storm after storm you felt forgotten, overlooked, bypassed, but I never passed you by. I walked with you through the nights when no one knew you were crying. I sat beside you when you stared at closed doors and wondered why others walked through while you remained waiting. Hear me, you were never behind. You were being built. I know the prayers you whispered through clenched fists. I know the promises you clung to like lifelines when the world offered none. I watched the moments you chose faith over fear when you believed even while breaking, and for every single time you said, God, I trust you. Through gritted teeth and tear-stained cheeks I was moved. Heaven recorded it, and now I'm responding. My timing is perfect. My methods are holy. What you thought was me withholding was really me preparing. What seemed like delay was divine design, and now I'm ready to reveal what I've hidden in my heart for you. The miracle you've been praying for, it is no longer distant. It is breathing in your present. Let go of yesterday's failures. They are not part of this blessing. Stop rehearsing what went wrong, who walked away, what didn't work out. None of that disqualifies you. If anything, it qualifies you to receive more grace, more mercy, more restoration than you thought possible. I'm not holding your mistakes against you. I'm using them as stepping stones to lift you into greater things. There is a shift happening, beloved, a spiritual earthquake rumbling beneath your circumstances. What was once stuck will soon flow. What was barren will bloom. The things you've begged for in prayer are no longer waiting for the right time. They are responding to my voice because I've spoken on your behalf. Heaven has heard me, and what I decree cannot be reversed. You have wondered, will it always be this hard? You questioned if breakthrough is only for others, if joy is just a story told by someone else. But listen, child, today I breathe joy into your lungs. I infuse your weary spirit with fresh strength. This is not shallow happiness. This is the deep, unshakable joy that comes from knowing I am moving now for you. Don't look at the natural signs. Look with your spirit. The ground may still appear dry, but rain is coming. Your hands may feel empty, but I'm placing something in them. Stay expectant, stay present, for I am a God of sudden lies, and the miracle I am sending will not knock, it will burst through, flooding your life with evidence of my love. I am not coming to fix only one area. I'm touching all of it: your family, your finances, your dreams, your purpose, even the secret parts of your heart you've hidden from others. I see them. I'm healing those too. Nothing is too small for me. Nothing is too broken. I am the God who makes all things new, and that newness begins now. Rest in me. Lay your anxious thoughts at my feet. Breathe slowly and remember, you are not waiting for me to notice you. I've had my eyes on you since before you were formed. You are not forgotten, not overlooked, not left behind. You are loved, chosen, called, and today you are being ushered into a chapter that only grace could write. Don't try to figure it all out. Miracles don't always make sense, but they always make my glory known. You will look back on this day and say, only God could have done this. And yes, that's the point, not because I need credit, but because I want you to trust me more than the path, more than the timing, more than what your eyes see. So pause now, feel my presence resting on you like a gentle wind. Can you sense the shift? Can you feel the weight lifting? That's me, that's my spirit wrapping around your spirit like light in a dark room, peace in a raging storm. You are not Alone, you've never been alone in this miracle. This one is personal, crafted by my hands, tailored to your cries, timed with perfection. And if your heart still hesitates, if doubt still lingers in the corners of your mind, know this: I am not disappointed in your hesitation. I understand, I know what it means to wait and wonder, but let me steady you with this truth: I'm not just able, I'm willing. And more than willing, I'm already in motion. Beloved, rest now in my promise. The miracle is not a far-off hope, it is a present reality, and today, this very day, it begins. My child, do you feel that stirring deep inside, that quiet shift you can't quite explain but cannot ignore? That is me. I'm awakening something within you that was never dead, only dormant. This is the season when buried promises rise from the soil. This is the hour when everything you thought was over begins to bloom again, not by your strength but by my spirit moving through you like a river that cannot be stopped. You've asked me, Lord, how will I know it's really you? Listen closely. My presence carries peace, not the fleeting kind the world offers, but the peace that lingers even when circumstances remain uncertain. If your heart feels lighter, if your spirit feels steadier, if your soul breathes a little deeper without knowing why, then you are already touching the edges of the miracle. That peace is me. You have walked through seasons that drained you. You've smiled through tears no one else saw. You've spoken words of faith while secretly fighting the shadows of fear, but I've seen it all. I've walked beside you when you felt invisible, and even in your silence your heart cried out, and I heard every unspoken word. Today I answer: the miracle doesn't always arrive with thunder. Sometimes it comes like a whisper, a door opening without resistance, a phone call at the right time, a heart softening, a burden lifting for no explainable reason. That is how I work in power, yes, but also in tenderness. My miracles are not only signs and wonders, sometimes they are quiet restorations, invisible repairs, and inner victories no one else celebrates but me. Look again at what you thought was finished, that dream you shelved, that opportunity you assumed was missed. Look again, I never closed the book, I was only writing a better chapter. Your waiting has not been wasted. Every delay was a divine appointment, positioning you for this very moment. You were not late, you were being protected, and now I'm clearing the way. You see, there are blessings I had to guard until your heart was ready to carry them. I know what pressure can do to a promise, and I love you too much to deliver something that would crush you. That's why I let you grow in quiet places. That's why I taught you to trust me in the dry seasons, because now your roots are strong. Now your spirit can handle the rain of blessings that's about to pour. There are people I removed, doors I closed, paths I redirected, not to punish you but to preserve you. I saw ahead, I knew what would wound you, I knew which open doors were traps in disguise, and so I shut them even when you begged me to leave them open. I didn't say no to hurt you, I said no to protect your purpose. And now I say yes, a divine yes that unlocks what your heart barely dared to believe, for there is beauty returning to your life, child. Do you see it even in the simple things? The laughter you thought you lost, the strength you didn't know you still had, the hope that flickers again like a sunrise after a long night. I'm behind it all. I'm rebuilding what life tried to break. I'm restoring what was stolen, and I'm giving back more than you lost, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Your past may have told you that good things slip away, that love doesn't last, that peace is temporary, but I speak something different over you. I speak lasting joy. I declare steady peace. I offer unshakable love, not because you earned it but because you are mine, and I take care of what belongs to me. You are not a temporary thought in my heart. You are my design, my dream, my delight. Yes, child, I know what you carry. I know the pressure that weighs down your shoulders, the secret fears, the burdens of responsibility, the thoughts that swirl in your mind late into the night. But tonight, rest, let me carry it. Let me be the strength in your weakness, the stillness in your storm. Lay it all down. You don't have to figure out what's next. I already have. I am the God who finishes what he starts, and I started something in you long ago, even before you could understand it. I will purpose into your DNA. I planted eternity into your soul, and not even the hardest days have erased it. The miracle coming is not only about changing your surroundings, it's about awakening who you truly are. You're about to recognize yourself again, not as the world has labeled you, but as I've named you, beloved, redeemed, restored, and rising. Some days will still feel quiet. That doesn't mean I've stopped moving. Some days will feel ordinary. That doesn't mean you've stepped out of my will. Miracles are not always loud. Some come wrapped in stillness. That's why I ask you to keep listening, keep watching, keep Trusting me even when nothing feels new. Yet because child miracles grow in hidden soil before they ever bloom in sight, even now I am working in the background, shifting hearts aligning. Circumstances preparing provision. You may not see it yet, but the roots are moving beneath the surface. The change has already begun. The first domino has already fallen, and soon you'll witness a chain of events that only I could orchestrate. When it happens, you will know it wasn't chance. You'll know it was me. I've heard the cries you whispered when no one was listening. I've seen the way you pressed forward even when you felt empty. I've counted every moment you kept walking when it would have been easier to give up, and because of that I tell you this: your miracle has been scheduled and its arrival is now. So don't harden your heart when the blessing feels unfamiliar. Don't dismiss the answer because it looks different than you expected. I am not limited by form. I can send provision through strangers. I can heal through laughter. I can restore through doors you didn't even knock on. Let me surprise you. Let me exceed your prayers. I am not just giving you what you asked for, I'm giving you better. Yes, the miracle is happening. No longer just a prayer, no longer a distant dream. It is being unwrapped in the hours unfolding before you, and when you least expect it, joy will find you again. Peace will settle in, and your heart will whisper, I feel him here. Stay close, beloved. Don't rush away from this moment. Something holy is resting over you now. Be still and know I am God, and I am doing it today. My child, I see the quiet doubt that still lingers in your heart. You don't say it out loud, but I hear your thoughts. Can it really be today? Could this be the moment I've longed for? And I say to you, yes, it is not only possible, it is ordained. What you're stepping into now has already been signed and sealed by my hand. I did not bring you this far just to show you a glimpse and turn away. I brought you to this threshold so you could walk through it. Let your fear fall away now. Let it peel off like an old garment that no longer fits who you are becoming. You've worn disappointment like armor, afraid to believe too fully, but this is not the time to brace for impact. This is the time to receive. You are not being teased by hope. You are being embraced by fulfillment. The miracle is not a mirage. It is the manifestation of what I've spoken over you again and again in silence. You see, the journey wasn't a test of your strength. It was a path of refinement. Every detour, every delay, every door that wouldn't open, it was shaping something in you that no comfort could ever produce. You learned to hear my whisper in the noise. You learned to walk by faith when all visible paths disappeared, and that kind of faith is the ground where miracles take root. I did not ignore your pain, beloved. I counted every tear like precious pearls. I stored them not as symbols of sorrow, but as seeds of glory. And now in this season, those very tears are becoming rain, pouring into the soil of your promise, awakening life where you once saw only dust. You thought the waiting broke you, but it built you, and the strength you now carry is the proof. Let me say this clearly: you are not late. You are not forgotten. You are not cursed. You are right on time, deeply seen and radically loved. There is no cosmic mistake keeping you from your blessing. There is only divine timing, and that timing has come while the world measures success by speed. I measure it by depth. And what I have prepared for you is not shallow. It is deep enough to sustain you, nourish you, and overflow into others. I know how long you've carried the vision, how many times you questioned it, laid it down, picked it up again. I watched you rehearse your prayers with trembling lips, wondering if you had asked too much. But hear me now, you did not ask too much. You asked too little, for what I have planned exceeds even the dreams you were afraid to speak aloud. I have more. I always did. You have been walking in survival, but I created you for abundance. Not only the abundance of things, but the abundance of peace, clarity, purpose, and love. I want your soul to prosper, not just your plans. And this miracle is not a transaction, it's a transformation. It is me showing you what happens when you stop striving and simply trust. Some things you lost I allowed to be removed, not because they had no value, but because they couldn't carry you into where I'm taking you. You outgrew places you didn't even know were shrinking you. You tried to hold on to people who were only meant for a chapter, not the whole book. I let them leave, not to wound you, but to free you. And now with clean hands and an open heart, you are ready to receive something far greater. This is not just a blessing, it's a divine exchange. I'm trading your ashes for beauty, your mourning for joy, your heaviness for praise. I'm lifting the fog that's covered your path. I'm healing what's been quietly aching inside. I'm reconciling what looked irreparable, and I'm doing it in a way that no one will be able to claim credit for, not even you. You'll know it's me. Everyone will. So Walk slowly today, notice what you used to overlook, the smile that lingers, the kindness from a stranger, the peace in your chest for no apparent reason. These are signs of my nearness. I'm not waiting at the finish line, I'm here now, unfolding glory in the middle of your ordinary. You don't need to chase me, you just need to acknowledge that I'm already present. I have angels on assignment around you, protecting, aligning, clearing, releasing. There are things shifting in rooms you haven't walked into yet. Conversations are happening in your favor. Provision is moving toward you. What you couldn't change on your own is being changed for you by my Spirit. And all I ask is this: don't run, don't rush, remain with me in this moment. I know the temptation to look around and measure yourself against others. I know how easy it is to wonder why their miracle came before yours, but hear me, you are not in a race, you are in a relationship, and what I do for others should never cause you to question my love for you. When I bless someone else, it is not me skipping over you, it is me showing you what is possible. Rejoice when others receive, for it's evidence that I'm still working and I have not forgotten your name. The miracle happening today may not scream into your world, it may enter softly like a sunrise, spreading light across a once shadowed place. But do not mistake subtlety for smallness. What begins gently will grow steadily, and what seems quiet now will soon roar with undeniable beauty. You are on the cusp, child, you are at the very edge of what you once thought was unreachable. Don't be afraid of how quickly things may begin to shift. When I move fully. The pace may feel strange, but your spirit is ready. You've been prepared in silence and suffering in solitude. You are not unqualified, you are divinely equipped. Walk forward even if your knees still tremble. Walk forward even if your mind still hesitates. I am steadying your steps. Let go of trying to make sense of it all. My ways are not your ways. You don't need to know how, just who, and I am here. I am for you. I am moving and I am faithful to finish what I began. So rest now, my beloved, not because the journey is over, but because it is safe to hope again, safe to dream again, safe to believe that what you've waited for is not gone. It's here. Yes, the miracle is happening today. My child, this is the moment I've prepared you for, not some distant, unreachable dream, but this very hour. The air around you carries promise. The silence is not empty, it's holy. The stillness you feel is not a pause in my plan, it's the sound of heaven holding its breath as the miracle I've crafted for you is released. You've wondered what it would feel like when it finally happened. Would you feel different? Would something shift in your soul? Yes, beloved, it's happening even now. That release you sense in your spirit, the way your heart feels lighter without explanation, that quiet weeping that caught you by surprise. This is the evidence you've stepped into the answer. You are no longer standing in the season of almost. You are walking in the season of fulfilled. My hand has opened what no one could open. My breath is blowing life into what you thought was gone. My voice is calling forth the dreams you buried, and they are rising, not someday but now. This is the miracle you've been praying for. This is the restoration you never thought would come. I want you to notice how your hope feels different now. It's no longer distant or fragile, it's bold. It's rooted because this hope is no longer built on what you wish it's built on what I promised. You're not just hoping anymore, you're walking in it. You're watching it unfold. You're tasting the first fruits of the harvest I spoke over your life before time began. I know you feared it would come too late, but it hasn't. I am never late. I don't move by the clock of man, I move by the rhythm of eternity, and my timing is perfect. If I had answered earlier, you would have settled for less than what I truly had for you, but now you can see it. The wait was worth it. The pain was not wasted. The silence was not absence, it was preparation, and now the release has come. Can you feel it? The things that once pressed on your heart with heaviness are lifting. The tears that fell night after night are being turned into a flood of joy. The closed doors that haunted you are being replaced by open gates of favor. I'm rewriting the story. I'm redeeming the chapters you thought were lost. I'm pouring oil on the wounds you hid from the world. You are being made whole. Look around with fresh eyes. The people, the places, the paths I'm placing in front of you are all marked with my fingerprints. I have orchestrated every detail to lead you to this divine unveiling. The breakthrough is no longer ahead of you, it's under your feet. You're standing in it, child. This is what my favor feels like. This is what my nearness looks like. You've been strong for so long, and now it's safe to rest. You've endured, and now it's time to receive. Let your guard down, let your praise rise. Breathe deeply and receive all that I'm pouring into you. This is your inheritance, not because you earned but because you're mine and what belongs to me I bless beyond measure. Remember this moment, mark it in your soul, etch it into your heart, for it will become a testimony. Others will ask how you made it through, how you found joy again, how you stood firm when everything seemed to fall apart, and you will say, God met me, He came through, He did what only He could do. That's the story I'm writing through you, not one of survival, but of miraculous transformation. And as I lift you, I will use you as I heal you. I will send you as I bless you. I will pour through you to others. You are not just a recipient of my glory, you are a carrier of it. I have raised you for such a time as this, not just to receive the miracle, but to be a voice of hope to those still waiting. So speak boldly, walk confidently, and never forget what I've done. The world may try to explain it away, but deep inside you will always know this miracle was me, this joy was mine, this new beginning, this day was sealed with my love. And now, my beloved child, before you step into the rest of your day, hear this final word: the best wasn't behind you, it's just begun today. You've stepped into something sacred. Let no one, no doubt, and no fear convince you otherwise. And if these words have lit a fire in your soul, if you felt me speaking directly to your spirit, then stay close to this place where my voice is honored and my presence flows. This space is more than a message, it's a meeting ground between you and me. Welcome to Jesus' blessed message. Here my words will always reach for the deepest parts of you. My presence will surround you again and again. I will speak through every video, every message, every quiet moment. Return here often. Let me continue to feed your spirit, calm your mind, and remind you of who you truly are in me. You are never alone. You are endlessly loved, and your miracle, yes, your miracle, is happening today.